Hey, how you doing, officers?
Good.
Can I get your names and badge numbers?
Sure, can I have your ID, please?
No, you can't.
Excuse me.
Have you not heard that before?
I've heard it plenty of times. It's just, I'm surprised because, well, my name and my badge number is right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you see it?
TYTSports?
Yep, 640.
The pen is blocking the number.
Oh.
640.
This video is about to get absolutely wild.
Sir, this is a public library.
Okay,
I see where this is going.
I want you to answer my question.
I see where this is going.
Were you asked to leave?
I see where this is going.
Security asked you to leave and figure it out.
I'm gathering content for a story.
Perfect.
I have freedom of press. This is public building, and I'm allowed to be here, and I'm allowed to record. Regardless of what their policy says, policy does not trump law. So unless I'm breaking the law, I can't be trespassed from a public building.
You absolutely can be trespassed from a public building.
So I encourage you to do it then, and then we'll see how it plays out. Because that's not gonna, you guys are just making a mistake. Hey, Tibbetts.
To Officer Tibbetts.
Tibbetts, the policies, they don't supersede law, just so you know that, okay?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It goes law, goes the Constitution, law, then policies,
I had
okay?
no idea.
Okay. And I have a constitutional right to be filming here.
Now you may be thinking, wow, the dude behind the camera is kind of a jerk. What you're going to see is how police think and manipulate the situations they are in.
Dude, why you gotta be such a tyrant?
You gotta be such a tyrant. See what I'm doing there?
Acting like a child?
Yeah, so we're doing.
Acting like a child.
We have a supervisor coming out here to appease your request.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well with you. You know that.
Okay, we'll see. We will see.
I'm telling you.
We will see.
Okay.
I'm not scared of you.
You're not supposed to be scared of us.
I don't care. I'm
Okay,
just
great.
saying.
Great.
So the supervisor arrives, later realizing he's in the wrong.
We're in charge here, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me to leave, and then
you're
what,
gonna have to
what
give us
you're
an
gonna
ID.
do?
If you don't give us an ID,
Not gonna
have to go.
happen.
Then you're gonna have to go.
Not gonna
downtown.
happen. I'm
just
not breaking
telling
any
you.
laws.
Yes, you're breaking their law, and they need to find out. I'm just saying.
Okay, just calm down. Use your de-escalation, man. Come on, what are you doing? Just listen.
De-escalation what? You're now just...
Dude,
it's not going to end well with you. I'll be honest with you. We're just not going to walk away and you walk out of there and put all your stuff on your blogs. You're not doing it.
And, well, here's what happens next.
I'm telling you right now, 5 years ago with this, he would have been on the ground. Absolutely. 10, 15, 20 years ago, that mother would be dead. His teeth if he missed.
Just shocking to see it caught on police body cam. Even more shocking, honestly, it saw the light of day. The Associated Press reported that even though the officer threatened a man's life, he was given the lengthy suspension of 8 days. The News-Times reports an internal investigation found Ken Utter and 3 other officers violated department policies in their response to a June 9th incident in which Sean Paul Reyes conducted a so-called First Amendment audit within the library.
Good, can I help you?
Got your driver's license?
What do you need my driver's license for? What'd you pull me over for?
What's that?
What'd you pull me over for?
For your threats that you made to one of our officers.
That's not a threat. What threat? What threat did I make to an officer?
I need your driver's license proof of insurance.
You need a reason to pull me over.
I just gave you that.
For what threat? I didn't make any threat to any officer. I haven't. No, I am not. Because I did not break the law.
So you're not going to give me your driver's license and proof of insurance, is that correct?
For what?
I just told you.
For what threat?
The allegations are not serious at all for a police officer to do something like this.
Flipping an officer off is not a crime.
A threat to an officer is, I'm not going to...
Flipping an officer off is not a crime. Flipping an officer off is not a crime. It's a constitutionally protected activity. Right?
Hop out or I'm going to break your window.
It's a constitutionally protected activity to flip an officer off.
That's fine. You can flip him off. You can't make threats to him.
I didn't make... What threat?
This is
What
the
threat?
last chance or I'm gonna break your
What
window
threat?
off.
Okay, first, tell me what threat I made to him. What threat?
According to the uploader, the man behind the camera claims he gave an officer the bird. If true, the officer either heard something different, saw something different, or foolishly took it as a threat.
What threat did I make to him? What threat did I make to him?
Driver's license, get out
I
of the
will.
car,
Here's
under
my
arrest.
thing.
Out of the car.
Under arrest for what? Under arrest for what?
Failure to comply with
Are you kidding me? What did I do? What law did I break? What law did I break? I want my phone. I'm allowed to record you guys.
The failure to comply charge, while a man disputes an alleged middle finger being metaphorically thrown an officer's way, is just the icing on the cake of cops finding a charge for anything they can. The man also has a point about it being constitutionally protected. Here's how we got to this point legally. A woman in Michigan, Deborah Cruz Gullius, was pulled over in 2017 for speeding. The officer showed leniency, writing her up for a lesser violation known as a non-moving violation. As she drove away, apparently insufficiently appreciative of the officer's gesture, Cruz Gullius made a certain gesture of her own, or as the court put it, she made an all too familiar gesture at Officer Matthew Menard with her hand and without 4 of her fingers showing. Menard was not amused. He pulled her over again and rewrote the ticket for speeding. Cruz Gullius sued, arguing she had a First Amendment right to wiggle whatever finger she wanted at the police. In a ruling this week, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit agreed with her. Fits of rudeness or lack of gratitude may violate the golden rule, wrote Judge Jeffrey Sutton for the 3-0 panel, but that doesn't make them illegal or, for that matter, punishable. And once the first stop ended, Menard needed a legit reason to pull the driver over again. Detaining her without one constituted an unreasonable seizure in violation of the Fourth Amendment, the court said. Cruz Gullius did not break any law that would justify the second stop, and at most was exercising her free speech rights, the court wrote. It is well settled that what Cruz Gullius did is protected by the Constitution, the court said. Any reasonable officer would know that a citizen who raises her middle finger engages in speech protected by the First Amendment, Sutton added.
So this is a learning curve for you? Putting guns to an innocent person back, that's a learning curve.
I'm not saying that, I'm just saying, I said every call, there's something to learn.
That's a learning curve. You put guns to my back, that's a learning curve for you? That's a learning curve? You put guns to my back. That's a learning curve? I could have died. And that's a learning curve for you? A learning curve.
The woman behind the camera alleges Arlington, Texas police pulled out their firearms on her and put them to her back.
Yeah, calm down, baby.
A learning curve? Really? A learning curve? A learning curve?
You got the phone.
That's a learning curve, bud.
You got the phone.
They put guns to my back.
Okay.
That's a learning curve?
Okay.
A learning curve? Really? A learning curve.
This video is troubling and disgusting for many innocent people who deal with crap like this on the daily.
A learning, this is my life. And you want to talk about your education? A learning curve?
Then she believes she catches the police in the act of deleting footage.
Why are you wiping the surveillance video?
Ma'am, I can't elaborate on our investigation.
Why are you wiping the surveillance video?
Watch it. We're not allowed to wipe it.
I just heard you say until you finish wiping the surveillance video.
You misheard. Hey, the female that came out of 225 was running a supervisor. What's your best contact?
They had guns to my back, y'all.
If the officer did indeed call it a learning curve, and we stress these are allegations as the video picked up after the cop potentially uttered those words, if true, she should not be a public official in this line of work.
This story is not getting enough visibility, so please let me give this a boost. Danielle was allegedly held at gunpoint, executioner style, by the Arlington Police Department, and it turns out they had the wrong person. But the thing is they were looking for a male suspect anyway.
Like Dinesh, we want to give it a boost as well.
Being held at gunpoint is traumatic. In that video, you can hear a woman going into shock. Accident, learning curve, these are not excuses. You know, I got into a car accident one time. A police officer said to me, it's not an accident. If you were paying attention, it wouldn't have happened. I think those rules should apply to them as well. Accident and learning curve do not excuse what happened. If they were paying attention, maybe this wouldn't have happened.